Air disaster near Washington's Reagan National Airport. Democrats are targeting the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, and its possible role in air safety standards. All this comes amid the search for a plane that disappeared on the way to a town in Alaska. Correspondent Mark Meredith has breaking details tonight from Reagan National. Good evening, Mark.
Brett, I sure do. And the news not looking good out of Alaska. Moments ago, Coast Guard officials in the state said that they have found an aircraft matching the description of the plane that went missing just yesterday, carrying 10 people on board, 9 passengers, 1 pilot. Alaska officials say that they have recovered the bodies of 3 people. It's unclear where those other passengers may be, whether or not they may be in a different part where the wreckage had split off, or, God willing, may have survived and been able to move. They are still looking into this right now. It's just coming in at this point, but we're talking about a single-engine Cessna that was being operated by Bering Air, and as we mentioned, was on its way to Nome, Alaska. The plane was found about 34
10 people? Is that a lot for a Cessna? 10 people sound like a lot. I've seen like 4 or 5. 10 just sound like a lot. If they had baggage and stuff too, that sounds a lot. Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm no pilot.
miles away from its destination. Earlier in the day, officials had spotted an item of interest while looking for the aircraft. They weren't elaborating at this time, but now again, looking like they have found the aircraft matching the one that went missing. Meanwhile, back in Washington, most of the wreckage of American Airlines 5342 and the Black Hawk helicopter have been recovered. Investigators say they are still searching for any small debris that may be left in the Potomac. Now, in the wake of the crash, we've heard from former Secretary of State.
Jeez, do y'all see that? Y'all looking at that plane? Holy shit, that helicopter. This is upside down. Look at that. R.I.P. to those military people and the civilians. Oh.
Now, in the wake of the crash, we've heard from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who's accusing the Trump administration, specifically Elon Musk's DOGE effort, of gutting safety standards by trying to reduce government staffing. Clinton posted on X, U.S. Airlines had gone 16 years without fatal crashes. Then MAGA fired the FAA chief, gutted the Aviation Security Advisory Committee, and threatened air traffic controllers with layoffs. But Mike Whitaker, who was recently the head of the FAA, who also had been critical of Musk's space company, was not fired by President Trump. Instead, he resigned in January. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says he's doing what he can to shore up the system.
I'm going to make an offer to air traffic controllers to let them stay longer, pay them more, give them a bonus, keep them on the job, make the system safer.
Tonight, the government is limiting the number of flights allowed to land at Reagan National per hour, all to reduce congestion. We spoke to passengers today who say they understand they could be delayed.
I don't mind. I'm saving my life. Yes, sir. If they delay, that means something is wrong in the sky.
I'm hesitant, but, I'm here, so I think they're going to be able to do whatever they need to do to just make it safe.
Today, we also learned that helicopter restrictions operating near this airport are going to remain in place for the foreseeable future. Brett, we are expecting a preliminary report on this crash as soon as March. Brett.
Man. What y'all think? The delays, hopefully. Do y'all think? I don't think you fire the FAA chief and then shit go to hell. They're still like the same people working, right? Now, unless it was mass people like fired or just left and accepted the I know they gave out like government people who work for the federal government. They gave them like incentives. Hey, you can leave and take this pay for 6 months or whatever it is. Unless they like drop significantly and half of them left and then this is caused, then yeah, you got to eat that one, President Trump. But if you just take the FAA chief out, it's not like the people on the ground that's doing the work day to day at the airports. Just certainly like their awareness and ability to do the job drops 50%. Like, no, the higher ups ain't that important to the day-to-day job. So I don't know about that, but we'll see. Maybe just a crazy correlation that you had 2 crashes and that's happened at the same time. So hopefully no more. This has been enough for the next fucking 30 years or more. So let me know what y'all think. I don't think it had anything to do. And it's crazy because they went to that, but they started from the Alaskan flight leaving, carrying 10 people over Alaska. That shit sound crazy for a Cessna. Maybe those people, they found 3. So maybe the other 7 made it out or they're on their way trying to travel. Hopefully they freeze to death. They can make a fire or something. If they're out there, they survived. If they only found 3 out of 10 in the actual aircraft, I mean, it could happen. I don't see them just getting scattered everywhere and 3 people left. It ain't like I don't know. Maybe they survived, jumped out when it got low enough. I don't know. But hopefully, right now, without the bodies, we're just saying hopefully that they got through this. But we're going to see. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Look at that. Look at that flight. You got to be careful out here in the skies.